I came live this morning. I was so, oh my goodness. Yesterday, court, you wouldn't believe. Yeah, you probably would believe. You probably would believe what happened. My luck followed me. Or should I say that thing followed me? I don't know. Um, Never had a day like yesterday before. Neither did my driver. She has a new Tesla, and I have an old Toyota, and I figured, okay, I'm gonna, with me not sleeping at night, I figured let somebody that does not have their mind going 100 miles an hour on what's going on to drive me in a new car, right? Hi, Dixie. Good morning. Oh, do you want to hear what happened yesterday at court? It is colder than. Mm, oh, it is cold. It's cold. It's cold. It's cold. It's cold. All right. Are you ready for what happened yesterday? It can only hi CJ. Okay. I had court yesterday. Well, believe it or not, I do have a broken back. In two places I blew out my right knee. In 08. And workman's comp was not honoring their when I settled the first time, workman's comp did not honor what they said they were going to do. So I took them back to court, right? Well, I was all worried and my mind was going a million miles an hour, and I thought, if it was you, please don't release much personal. I won't, sweetheart. It was for me and it was for workman's comp because they would not honor their contract. And so I took them back to court. And yes, haters, I do have a broken back. There we go. In two places. Anyway, well, I keep saying something's in my place, right? Something's in my place. She has a brand new Tesla. I should have took my old Toyota. Guys, what I seen yesterday, don't get a Tesla. But she said this has never happened to her before. All right, we were heading up to court, and this courthouse was about an hour and a half away without traffic. And suddenly, halfway through, she had a full battery, right? It don't run on gas. It just ran on battery. Her battery was reading going down fast, close to zero. She only had minutes to find a plug-in to plug in her car. Well, we found a plug-in. So we pulled in and she plugged it in and we sat there forever, which was going to make me late. And I let my lawyer know that she was having battery issues. I couldn't say she was running out of gas because that car don't have any gas. But she was having battery issues and I was going to be about 15, 20 minutes late. And he said, that's okay. He has two other people he can put in front of me. And so we waited a half hour and we started up. And suddenly, well, it wasn't even 10 minutes later. Hi, freaking. Oh, you're on your way to bed. I will. Thank you. Never own a Tesla. You think they are expensive when you buy it. The batteries are like 26,000. Well, CJ, hold on to your shorts with this one, girl. This Tesla did not charge, but just a few minutes. You broken back, ouch, dude, and things worked out in your favor. I didn't get to make it to court because a few minutes later, what was charged about a half an hour, it was down to whole zero again. And she coasted into a school. And there we set. She has zero charge on her battery, which we just spent a half an hour charging it. Zero charge on her battery. And we were about 15, 20 minutes away from court. All right. And we're already running late, right? So she said, I'll get you there. I'll get you there. I'll get you there. And she called those Ubers or whatever that comes pick you up instead of taxis. He hung up on her. I don't know why she was so sweet. All right, so that didn't go. So she called another one. You know, I've heard far more negative things than a positive than Tesla. She said this has never happened to her before, but since this happened to her and how they did not want to help her, she changed car insurance because get this, she had this certain car insurance from this certain company, and she had roadside assistance, right? Well, suddenly that day, there was no roadside assistance. Hi, YouTube supporter. How are you, sweetheart? Suddenly, she did not have roadside assistance. Okay. So it's a new Tesla, right? She called the company. They could care less. So here we're sitting here, broke down, zero. Sorry, mentioned the they are bad. Yeah, yeah. The numbers of my neighbors work for Tesla. He told me I forgot. That's okay. You know what? Don't buy a Tesla. What I seen, how they are. Ooh, again, hi YouTube supporter. Let's be nice here. Okay, let's be nice. Well, anyway, we were sitting there, and that's when I did those few little videos saying hi, broke down, you know, da 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 da. I let my lawyer know. I even called a taxi. Taxi said it's going to be there in 10 minutes. Gave the address exactly where we were at. Taxi never showed. Um, we called a tow truck. Over 2 hours it showed. My lawyer goes, I need you here. I said, I cannot. I don't think it's a Tesla, even if I could afford one. I know she says she's going to get rid of it today. She says she's going to get rid of it. And I said that there's places that since it's the end of the year, they have big like $9,000 savings and all that. So she's going to go look around to get rid of it. She says she had it plugged in last night. She plugged it in last night, so it was ready for today. The tow truck was the only one that showed. We ordered I mean, we didn't order. We called for a guy, you know, those that comes picks you up instead of a taxi. The first guy hung up on us. The second guy didn't show. I ordered a taxi. He never showed. And finally, yeah, the tow truck showed. And by the time I got home around, I don't know, around 3, let's see. No, I think the tow truck showed around 2 o'clock up there. Uber, and yes, we called them. She called as many as she could around there. Nobody would do it. Taxi didn't show. And my lawyer go, what am I supposed to do? Have to wait 2 hours to charge your auto. No, she had to charge it all night. She charged it all night, freaking, for it to ready. And the charge only lasts 250 miles. Can you imagine plugging it in at a place and having somebody drive you home, then drive you back to get your car to unplug it and ready to go? No, no, thank you. And there's not many plug-ins for Teslas between where we were going yesterday. All right, here we were setting. My lawyer's getting anxious. I said, I can't help it. I should have took my Toyota. She might be old. She only has 130,000 miles. She would have made it. All right. So we're sitting there. And I finally said, you know what? Settle. We talked about a price last night. Let's settle on that price, right? Well, let's find out. I found out weight last night that there was more connect, or it wasn't as black and white as settling. This is what we're gonna do. They put no, he let them run wild on. I don't get everything in cash. They're gonna put so much in a savings account per year until it hits 187,000. I'm going to them today and going, what the F? No, this is not what we agreed with. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna go to them today to talk to them and all that. I talked to my family. I am heading up to the Midwest no matter what this happens. My kids putting it together enough that I can make a down payment of a home. It's a cute little adorable home. It is a cute little adorable home. It's 2 bedrooms, full basement, 1 bath, and he wants 42,000 for it. Nothing's wrong with it. Good day, Freeside High, sweetheart. And so last night I made an offer on it, and she said he'll probably take it. Hi, Mr. Pork. So I'm moving up no matter what this thing did. I'm moving up to a cute little house for 39,000. He was asking for 42. 39,000, and everything is great. It's just a little home. And 2 bedrooms, full basement, 1 bath. It's perfect for me. I don't need a 4-bedroom home. I can't, with my broken back, I can't take care of a 4-bedroom home. Oh, Dixie, we got to get together, girl. We got to get together. But I have to go later on today, and I got to show him the towing record because I did get a receipt for the towing record. And I to prove that we did break down. Okay, here's the interesting part. I don't know where, oh, there it is. Here's the interesting, of course, my son's calling. Here's the interesting part of it all, guys. She's a very Christian lady, right? And she knows what is in my home, right? Look at it as a demon free, and it's wonderful. That is freaking, you're right. You're right. You know what she gave me yesterday? A big jar of anointed oil. And she prayed over me because she said, you're not allowed to be attached to this person. You're not allowed. It was attached to me. It followed us. It followed us. She said she never had that problem ever with her car. Her car ran beautifully until yesterday. And then after that happened, it hurt her battery that she's going to have to replace it. And it's a new car. No, I need a mason jar of holy water. Yeah, I'm going to go to a pastor and ask for holy water today. But I got an anointed oil, a big jar of anointed oil. And she anointed me twice yesterday. You know what I mean? And she said, okay, I got to go sleep. Oh, good night, freaking good night. She says she's going to come over here and pray and pray and pray and pray. And she's going to help me, and I'm going to get a pastor to come and make sure it will not follow, because she said she's never had this happen before in her life. And so anyway, that's what happened yesterday. And I'm heading up to the Midwest no matter what. I'm going to go to the lawyers today to find out exactly what I agreed to, since I wasn't there, and what I heard aftermath. I'm not very happy. I feel so bad if I were a Lyft driver and running people places and the vehicle decided to start wacky. It disrupted the person's schedule. It does, Dixie. It does. And she wasn't an Uber Lyft. She wasn't. She was a friend from a church that I gave her $100 for helping her for Christmas. You know what I mean? And she gave me a lift to court, was supposedly. But no Ubers or anybody. She even called where she used to work. She was a driver. and nobody came out. And she says, "I never had that happen. No ta What taxi has never showed up when there was a, "Hey, I need a taxi. I'm going to this place, and I have to go to that place. I'm here." He didn't even show. And she only found one tow driver that could handle, well, two. One was very, very expensive, and this tow driver was cheap enough. Here we were digging in our purses. Well, let's say her $100 went to the tow, and I was digging to help her so she could, finish, paying the tow driver, and I'm like, oh boy. Yesterday got expensive for, well, let's say she didn't have her Christmas money for her kids, and I feel bad. And I didn't get to go to court. Um, and we both were digging out dollars to finish making sure the tow drivers was fully paid. So that's how yesterday went too. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. It only happens to me, right? Right? That was my son on my phone. My other son's gonna go visit that, or is gonna call the lady, and she's gonna look at that little home and make sure everything looks fine with it, because of the pictures I seen, it looks great. And he's gonna go this weekend and look at it. And I told her not to sell it. I want it. We will make it work. I'm gonna call my bank I banked with since I was 15 years old, and they're the one that gave me the first loan. And you know what I mean? And I had no collateral. So yeah. Um I'm gonna go to them and say I'm buying a home, and let's make it work. And my kids are digging in their pockets to help with the 10%. And and the good news is I can move in. I don't have to be limbo for 30 days. I can move in right away because it's empty. So anyway, I got a place to stay when I go up there before Christmas, and you know, my little place. Well, if I don't have bad luck, well, if you don't have any bad luck, you won't have any luck at all. I know, CJ. It's just like, what the heck, and I don't want to speak too much about this little house because I don't want it to something happen to it too. But it's perfect. It's perfect. But I'm moving to Iowa no matter what. And yes, haters, I said Iowa. And it's so cute. That little house is cute. If you don't mind me asking, please don't expose too much. Yeah, do you have family where you're going and you have lived in the Midwest before? Be prepared. Dixie, I was raised in the Midwest in Iowa. And yes, I have kids all over Iowa. So if somebody's going to be checking on me very daily, you know what I mean? If it's not one son, it's my other three sons. You know what I mean? So yes, I have family members. I'm going to see grandkids I haven't never seen. I have a new grandbaby that was born in September. Um, I have I can have my grandkids stay overnight. Big, big half-acre yard in the back. This little house has a half-acre yard. The kids could run and play, and it's a safe area. Okay, gotcha. You said you before I missed. No, no, that's fine. That's fine. But one thing about me, it is exciting. One thing about me about the snow, I have a furnace up there. And well, I better not, praise God, praise Jesus, and protect it. It'll probably break. But I can watch the winter from the indoors. Yes, I have a grandson that was born in September 27th. And hi, Angel Goodness, and Redneck Grandma has to, oh, I have to give him kissies and hold him. And oh, yeah. And I have a 3-year-old granddaughter I've never seen. Well, I've seen pictures of, but I never held. So I'm gonna spoil the dickens out of her, and my other 2, they've only seen well, one was 6 months when I seen her, and the other one was 5. Oh, less than an hour from Chicago without traffic. Oh. So I'm going to have bring the grandkids over, let grandma let redneck grandma spoil them, you know? So, I'm all excited. I feel like it's Christmas time that I'm moving back and I get to see my grandkids. So, I'm just happy, 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 happy. You know, the evil think they won on this one? No. No matter what, I decided I'm moving back to Iowa. You have a lot and happiness coming. Yes, 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 yes. And you know what? I'm poor, poor now. Poor, poor then. And you know what? I remember what Jesus says. It's easier to get. It's easier for a camel to go through an eye of a needle than a rich man get into heaven. Well, there's more to get into heaven than that. But I'm okay being poor. I make things work. You know what I mean? And what hurts me down here, if something breaks or goes wrong, I have nobody to fix it. So I would have to hire it done. Oh, Angel, Angel, Angel. I miss court too. I totally miss court. I hired a lady that had a new Telsa. T- I can't well, a new car that ran on battery, and it broke down and it hurt her battery, and it never happened before. We were sitting there trying to get rides to the courthouse and towing and all that, and we had to wait 2 hours for a tow truck, which is fine. And I didn't get home till later, but I totally missed court. I have to run to my lawyers this morning to show them the tow truck ticket. But I told him to settle. Whatever you can get, settle. I'm moving away. Just settle. But it didn't quite isn't very good, but I can't yell at him because I didn't make it to court to argue the fact. Yeah, it has a Tesla and the battery screwed up on her way. And yeah, we were stuck for hours. And this new Tesla, because it ran to 0 and passed, it ruined her new battery. She has to get a brand new battery and found out there is more than one battery in there. There's more than one battery. And oh my god. Oh, you seen the videos of us laughing? Yeah, you guys are welcome to come up if you want to. Um, there's a video of us. I video it and we were just laughing and what can we do? We couldn't cry. We couldn't cry. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. Um, so whatever it is, I'll face it head on. I got God behind me. Um, I've got to get dressed and go to my lawyers, and I've got to pray that it is what it is. Whatever he settled for and the strings attached to it. I got God behind me and Jesus. The main focus is moving back home to the Midwest and to be with my grandbabies. That's the real thing. Well, it's cold, 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 cold here. One thing up there, I'm going to have a furnace and hot water heater and everything fun and happy. Don't trust anything that Ellen might. Yeah, it makes fire from what it's seen. Really? No, she's going to sell it now. No, what happened? She couldn't get any help. It's a brand new one. They wouldn't tow her. And I'm going, hold on. If you buy a brand new Chevy, Ford, Honda. Yeah, no point to get mad. And stress out. It's gonna happen no matter what. Uh, Guys, that car system does not support their cars. Usually, when you buy a brand new vehicle, you have so many, roadside assistance attached to it. That does not. She could not get a tow. She could not get anything. All they gonna say was, "Oh, sorry, sorry." Well, I know it's reading like it ruined your battery, but the closest place we can send it to is 4 hours away to get it checked on. I mean, it's not like someone right there. You can't have it towed to a place to check on the battery. We got it enough to get us home, but the battery's ruined. Now she has to drive 4 hours on an iffy if it's gonna make it. It couldn't even make it in an hour and a half, but it made it on the way home. God bless, great. But, yeah, but she handed me a big jar of anointed oil, and I'm gonna go talk to a pastor and say, "Hey, I need holy water, and I need you to come to this address at this place at this time and bring your, armor on, you know, God of armor, because you're gonna need it in here." But, I've got to head to, I've got to go to my lawyers, and I gotta remind myself that I told him to settle. I didn't tell him no strings attached, just settle. Well, there was strings attached, but that's okay. God will get me through. Jesus will get me through. And I want to say I love you, every one of you. God bless you. Redneck Grandma loves you. You stay good and you stay warm. Goodbye, everybody. I love you.